Hello, 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 and welcome back to Noble Self-Publishing. I'm going to try and make sure that I'm set up properly here. This is the Noble Self-Publishing video blog, and it's on YouTube. I also have it published on the Teachable platform, which is where Noble Self-Publishing Academy is located. So if you are enrolled in any of the courses, you will be receiving this post as well. Today I want to talk about faulty support systems, also known as toxic people, and finding your tribe. Now, the support system in place that we are usually typically born into is not always the one that we are meant to stick with. So, having said that, I'd like to go ahead and start talking about how you can identify whether your support system, your current support system, is faulty or full of toxic people or not. So, the first indicator that you might be operating under a faulty support system or toxic people, with toxic people, is that the only thing that they focus on is whether you have made money or not. And if the money is not a guarantee, i.e., there's no ceiling and there's nobody telling you when to be someplace, like a job, then it's automatically, it inspires fear in them because it is uncertain. That's the whole thing. That's their whole reaction is usually, most likely, typically, people who are toxic are very fear-based people. They do not understand why they're acting and reacting the way that they are, but they have basically allowed fear to overtake their lives and run their minds. So, we understand why. However, that doesn't make it any easier or less painful to deal with, you know what I mean? So the only thing that they're focused on is whether your project or idea or book or whatever it is you're working on has made any money yet. And you can't really sell something that doesn't exist, can you? So you better finish your novel first, huh? And if your faulty support system is going to hinder you from doing that, then it might be time to find a new tribe. Number 2. They're constantly criticizing whatever you're doing, no matter what it is, whether you're writing or creating courses or creating artwork or whatever it might be. They're constantly criticizing whatever you're doing because it doesn't line up with what their belief systems tell them works, right? Now, some of these belief systems are from the 70s and 80s, like, hey, save money. As Robert Kiyosaki brought up in a recent ad of his that I came across on Facebook, he used to be able to open an account and get 15% APR. But now you're lucky if you get 1.5. Anybody who's relying on saving money to grow their nest egg is a fucking moron. Pardon my French, but it's true. I know this. Doesn't take a rocket scientist, you know, but these fear-based people will still think saving money and getting a dead-end job is the best way to live their lives. So because you're doing things differently, be prepared. Be prepared to catch a lot of hell for it. Now, there have been many, many, many arguments I've gotten into where people have told me to get a job. So for the last 2 summers in a row, I was the idiot who listened to them. And I went and got a job. Well, neither time worked out. And here I am now, having allowed the distractions of the last 9-10 months to get to me too much. And now I'm basically homeless. So stay focused. Don't make the same mistake I did and do something stupid to throw yourself off track. Number 3. They don't give a shit about what you're actually working on. They don't care what your book is about. They don't care what your class is about. They don't want to read a sample of your fucking writing. They don't give a shit. The only thing they're worried about is what fruits are going to come of it. Whether you're going to be famous, or whether you're going to be rich, or whether you're going to fall on your face and they can laugh at you and say, ha ha, I told you so, which is exactly what they really love to do. The flip side and the caveat to that is that if and when you do see success, which me, myself, I'm planning on it, I'm expecting it, I am fully determined, I don't foresee myself being anything less than what I am setting out to be. They will eventually say something like, well, she couldn't have done it without us, or I knew that you needed a fire lit under your ass in order to go and do blah, 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 or whatever their excuse and manipulation tactic might be in the future. Okay, I'm calling it now because I know these people that I'm dealing with. I know them extremely well. I've known them my whole life. So I'm calling that now. And here, probably in a few months, it'll likely happen. And so then I get my own I told you so. Number 4, the fourth indicator that you might be operating under a faulty support system, i.e. toxic people. They're going to turn no matter what you do, okay? They're going to find something wrong. It doesn't matter what it is you're working towards. It doesn't matter what your goal is. It doesn't matter what your business idea is. It does not matter. They will find something wrong with it and they will give you hell for it. Simple as that. Now, for me, it began with, well, you need to make more money, right? Well, then when I took the time to go and build my business and work on making more money, it became, you're abusing and neglecting your children, and your children are starving because they didn't want to be bothered to, make their own mac and cheese, what have you. Or, whatever other crazy accusations, whatever they're going to find to pick at, they will pick at. And it's much easier said than done, but try not to let it get to you. And if it's too emotional of a relationship or too volatile and you can't help but let it get to you, at least temporarily, because you're purging all of that emotion, then it might be time to get out of there for a little while and temporarily back away. At least temporarily, which is what I ended up having to do, because there was no focusing in a house full of people who are screaming at toddlers and allowing the children to just run wild without supervision. It's I don't want to get too much into depth, but let's just say it's not a healthy environment at all. And I could not function in it. The fifth indicator that you might be working under a faulty support system consisting of toxic people, they'll try and turn people against you. Okay? So even if you're doing amazing things for yourself, okay? My particular story, I started losing weight, I quit smoking cigarettes, I quit drinking alcohol, and I started taking care of myself. I started doing yoga for 10 minutes every day, and I started meditating for 10 minutes every day, and I lost 90 pounds so far, and I still have like 30 to go, but I started doing good things for myself. Well, one big part of taking care of myself was coming to the full realization that I have allowed people to treat me like a doormat for years. I have been so focused on what they think and their approval and what they want me to do that there's a lot of unexpressed resentment that had to come out, you know, and there probably still is. I don't know. But the thing is, the purging process is terrifying. It's horrible. It's not fun. And anybody who is incapable of understanding the depth of that, or understanding something that you might be going through, like for example, for me, I believe I'm going through a spiritual awakening, also known as the ascension. And some people believe in it, some people don't. I don't really give a shit who believes in it or not, but I fully expect the same respect and acceptance of my beliefs that I give to everyone else, which is not very often reciprocated. So, but toxic people, people who don't actually have your best interest at heart, even though they claim to, right? These are covert narcissists. Do some research. It won't matter to them that you're doing things that are positive, that you're doing things that are good for you. They are very codependent and they want to control. So if that's the case, they will start turning people against you and start talking about you behind your back. They will start telling people all sorts of things. When I started losing weight, people were saying that I was doing cocaine. I find that very interesting because I was only making about $200 a month at the time. So how to afford a cocaine habit on $200 a month beats me. Funny enough, that's something that I've never even tried, you know? So whatever. They can think whatever they want to think. However, for me, it was kind of a spit in the face because, oh no, there's no way that she could get that far without some kind of drugs. You know, there's no way that she's just working hard. Yeah, that's basically a big fuck you to me, you know, but whatever. The other thing is, those people who are easily influenced to turn on you, you can actually count this as sort of a blessing. At least that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to count this as sort of a blessing because people's true colors have really begun to show. And it amazes me how quickly the people that are supposedly my family and support system and are, you know, nobody's going to take care of you like your family, which is a completely bullshit controlling statement anyway, you know. There's no loyalty, which means there's no integrity and there's no trust. And then you have nothing. And loyalty, integrity, and trust are each 3 vital components to this thing we call love. Vital components. So, toxic people, if you realize that there's no loyalty, no integrity, no trust, then you're probably dealing with toxic people. Because those are the kinds of people who turn love into a 4-letter word. Now, when they are turning people on you, they will use every manipulation tactic in the book, and they will probably tell lies about you, and you have to just let it go. You have to just let it go and stay focused on what you're doing, okay? It's easier said than done. If you do get sucked into any drama, shut it down quickly. Try to back away as quickly as possible, or just simply don't get involved. Don't engage, don't say anything. Okay? All right. So finally, if you find yourself in the presence of fearmongers, get some distance. You will see much greater success in the absence of these people than you ever will in their presence on all levels. It doesn't matter what we're talking about here. Finances, abundance in other areas of life, love, positive relationships. I'm very lucky in that I have always been an extremely social person and that I have made friends, lasting friends throughout my entire life. I am also very lucky in that my true friends, my true family, my soul family, they know who I am when I'm not a drunk. They remember. They remember who I am without the wine. So, and even if they don't fully remember, they know that the me with the wine was much more dangerous and volatile than the me sober. And this whole spiritual journey that I'm on, accepting someone's beliefs is not a challenge to me, but it is for my parents. And so instead of accepting me, they accuse me of being possessed by the devil or whatever it is that they think, you know, a demon or an evil spirit. So this is just a very, very, very personal example of some of the adversity that you might face if you're working towards something bigger. You know what I mean? I'm sharing this now because I want people to know what the journey to success looks like, not just what it looks like to get there. Okay? You've seen that meme with the top half where it says, "This is what people think success looks like," and it has the one line, right? And underneath it, it has, "This is what it actually looks like, the road to success," or what have you, and it's all like bloop, bloop, and then it goes, yeah. This is the process that I'm talking about. This is the process that I'm documenting right here. And so if you find this useful, go ahead and leave a comment or share, like, subscribe. Like I said, this is just a video blog. This is nothing like super fancy or anything. I'm just kind of talking, telling you guys about my experiences and the information and wisdom and knowledge that I am able to extract from it. I am leaving comments on, and the haters are going to hate, and the people that want to talk shit can talk shit, and I'm not going to engage. So go right ahead. In the meantime, I hope you're all having a fantastic week, and I hope to see you in the next video blog. All right, have a good one.